Hey, it's James Cameron and the cast of, well, most of it, of Terminator 2. Can't take my eyes off of Linda. Me neither, because if I were a gas attendant in 1992, I would assume she's going to steal mint certs and Bianca. Karen yells at me for deadlifting loudly, lol. She's the kind of person who would lick their index finger before turning the page on an iPad. It's extremely difficult to find a picture of Stackhouse coaching where he doesn't look like a dignified yet super confused vampire. As a non-native speaker, I just randomly decide which is the proper way to write it when I come across the word, for example. In my brain, it's honor and color. Color, the U adds nothing. Did you just correct me on how I personally spell stuff? The way I spell is perfectly fine. The U does add something. It's a feeling of sophistication that you will never have. Wow, it's been a while since I've seen Jimmy Carr's face. I like how he's aging. His face looks like an actual person's face now instead of that of an unopened Cabbage Patch Kid doll that was discovered in the dusty corner of a warehouse 30 years after release. Hey Dad, what are you up to? Listening to some Dave Matthews. Ugh, the squatted truck of music. You're adopted. The typing. They need the facial hair so people don't mistake them for the Golden Girls. Oh, is it Aerosmith? Is it just me, or does Hayden look like he's in that weird Animorphs middle stage of transforming into Willem Dafoe in this image? Break the rules intentionally, my dude. It doesn't sound like music, it sounds like someone having a mental breakdown in the middle of a concert. Pokimane announces Streamer of the Year 2023. She looks like a deep fake. Yeah, like, it's the lighting. Her face looks like projected on, like it looks like one of those Disney animatronics that doesn't actually have a face, but then the face is projected onto it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, probably. Moving on. Usually I'm scared of British people, but your voice is very relaxing. Lamau, thank you. All my fears are gone. We don't bite, only because our teeth are too fucked up to. Thank God this series is over and I have time to recover from seeing more nut adjusting by Patrick Wisdom than a convention of obsessive-compulsive squirrels. I feel like his mother once put him in the oven and dared herself to turn it on when he was a baby. Then she took him out, ate a bunch of chocolate, and cried. If brains were gasoline, OP wouldn't have enough to power an ant's motorcycle around the outside of a penny. I just walked by people fighting, and the one said, you know the American restaurant where people a certain weight eat free? Motherfucker, they wouldn't even need to weigh you. Dumbass blasts loud music in a quiet train in Japan, calls the locals f***ing pussies while telling them to speak English when confronted. Right, this is the guy on the train blasting dubstep because, I don't know, he wants to ruin everyone's day. Dude looks like an edgy Mo from the Three Stooges. Emo. Did man really land on the moon in 1969, or was it all a publicity stunt? Hi there. It would take a team of 300,000 engineers working for nearly 10 years to design a vehicle to plumb the crushing depths of my disappointment in you right now. Cover what ruins your face. She finna give me 2 emeralds for 64 iron blocks. Huh. Up-and-coming USA SOC CSM 35P from JSOC. I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Fun fact, just being raised in Italy gives you a huge advantage in judging food because we don't eat shit over here like you guys do in America. Ha 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 ha. I guess in Italy you become the shit instead of eating it. If you took this guy's hair off his head and dropped it on any Midwestern mom circa 1986, it would go completely unnoticed. Sarah Palin now looks like she's vacationed in Myrtle Beach. She looks like a cocktail waitress on an oil rig. Your cat looks like he's in debt. Just constantly stressed about owing all that money. I had a friend who didn't take my advice about only wifing virgins, had a baby with this broad with a 15+ body count. The baby came out looking like a composition of the past 15 guys she f***ed. Doctor said it had something to do with the sperm residue sticking to the vaginal walls. That doctor was 3 lobotomized frogs stuck on a broken speak and spell. Once in the 4th grade, this guy got a 2% on his math quiz, so everyone called him Milk for the rest of the year. That's terrible. British man visits actual wartime country and unsurprisingly discovers their food is still better than England's. You're polling at 2%. More people would vote for Cocaine Bear. I don't know what this is in response to, but damn. Humans are deuterostomes, meaning as embryos, the first thing to develop is an opening that will eventually become the anus. So at one point, you were nothing but an asshole, and some people never stop being one. No PS5 today because the gaming PC I built leaves it in the dust. Y'all be like the vegans of gaming. You just won't shut the fuck up about your preference despite no one caring. Cumberbatch looks like when all the inbreeding cancels itself out in a pleasant way. Lars looks like a barefoot homeless man that used to be a high school art teacher, but got fired for painting suggestive art for his female students, and now he just wandered into a Metallica recording session. My recycling bin went on an adventure and was halfway to Maryland when I finally found it. Good thing it didn't make it to Maryland, or you wouldn't be able to distinguish it from Maryland drivers. Lamau, Project Runway Season 12 has a guy with a cochlear implant, and he said he's not worried about anyone getting on his nerves because if they start, he'll just turn the device off. Some other guys got into a screaming match, and this guy stayed true to his word. Hashtag I had a friend in college who would do this all the time. Hashtag and if people questioned her about why she wasn't listening. Hashtag she'd just say sorry I turned my ears off, nothing you were saying was worth my batteries. Hashtag which is such a power move in my opinion. Nothing you were saying is worth my batteries. That's some robot shit. She may not have been human. Haley Blank, I don't know who that is. The second pick looks like she's a character from Big Mouth. I don't really think so. Big Mouth is fucking atrocious. This just looks like a woman. We're thinking about Bo today as he is in surgery. I want to apologize to the cleft community. Who is she to talk about someone? She looks like E.T. when he was dressed up by little Drew Barrymore. Don't believe me? Google E.T. dressed up. This is me. Hey gorgeous, how are you? She's sleeping, bro. It's me, her boyfriend. Hey handsome, how are you? His eyebrow is longer than a 2B pencil. Blank's beard looks like an advanced mathematics question for gradients and coefficients. Great job on that 0 seconds of walking you just did. Humans are just normal type Pokemon with bad stats. It is truly impossible to tell tone here. This is Reddit. Written words can have a tone. I'm kind of fascinated by you. Every comment you make reveals something else you've decided not to understand, like a Matryoshka doll for ignorance. You are definitely the type of person to lock himself inside a room with a ventilation system that is connected to ecosystems you designed specifically for mass breeding mosquitoes. Karen in the Wild, Monsters Inc. Always watching. She looks like if Roz had finally had enough of Mike's shit and skinned him to make a dress. Christ. I'd rather give a rabid skunk a proctology exam in a closet than ever deal with AT&T again. That guy was, quote, bad at his job, the same way a surgeon is bad at his job when he's sewing your ass to your head and the face to your rear, but I'm sure you already know that from personal experience given what shit just came out of your mouth. It's 7 a.m. and I just witnessed a murder with words. So whoever robbed me, I know poorly privated stuff is fair game, but still, have a genuine fuck you and hope you get diarrhea for the rest of the week. How do Thirst Walk the Thirst Drink Eat Zombie the Food? Having problems reloading the zombie after dark. Please check the battery in your carbon monoxide detector. Adam Silver looks like he sneaks into the cabinets late at night to eat raw pasta. You never know sometimes. Mario came out so long ago most people forgot. New York City middle school teacher tells students Yoshi is trans and Peach is a cis lesbian as she gives Nintendo characters sexual gender identities. This sounds like an ironic fanfiction I would write while on 50 Benadryls. You look like you eat buttons off the remote. Hey, look, all I'm saying is don't knock it till you try it. That is a joke. Can they raise lifeguard requirements? I'm sorry, but I just don't trust a 19-year-old, 110-pound blonde named Mackenzie with the IQ of a McChicken to save my life. Which suits me better? Would you rather be the guy that says, we're more alike than you realize, Batman, or the guy who says, aw, no, it's the Bat? She has a Shih Tzu. Oh, so a cat that barks. What is one thing keeping you from having sex? I'm ugly and have the social skills of a wasp at a picnic. Back again with the chin angles, I see. I'm hotter than 99% of other men, I don't make the rules. Bro looks like an alcoholic Ed Sheeran had sex with Lord Farquaad. Time to talk about sex, my son. What you want to know? The dad looks like he's just been let out of the cellar for his daily slice of bread. Okay, but why do I look like the fucking ride? Oh no.